Okay, hello friends. So we are back today with a super fun chat. I'm not gonna vlog the whole day, but I wanted to chat with you guys a little bit about something. So it's mentioned in my bio. I don't know if I mentioned it like in my cover picture. I don't know if I mentioned it in my bio the other day, but you guys may or may not know I used to be a cast member at the Walt Disney World down in Florida. I loved working for the company, and I wanted to come on and quickly share about what it was like, number one, to work for the Disney company, number two, how it shaped and continues to shape my business. Okay, so quickly, just want to show you the proof. Here's my name tag. All right, and yes, I went to Iona. And yes, I pulled this off my wall just for today. And of course I just got a fingerprint on it. How annoying. And I have another one up there, you can kind of see it. So put that somewhere safe. I worked with the company the fall of 2015. I did their college program, which was absolutely incredible. I 10 out of 10 recommend anybody do it. If you are in college, do the program. If you are retired, become a seasonal, whatever, work part-time. And I say this because working with the company, absolutely, it just changes you, and it changes you and shows you how easy it is to make people happy. And I say that because one of my favorite moments that I had like every day while working with the company was making magical moments. And that is what we call in our Disney language when you give something away for free and you tell a little story about, oh, right, I used to work in Magic Kingdom proper, and I worked in food service on the east side. It was called Stan's East at the time. I miss it. They've changed it up now, but I used to work Gaston's Tavern, Storybook Treats, Friar's Nook, the Pretzel Cart. Was it the Pretzel Cart? Yeah, the Pretzel Cart and Circus, and Prince Eric's, what is it called? Market? I think that's it. Oh, and I worked in Tomorrowland, so I worked at Launching Pad and Anti-Gravity. So I had 7 different locations that I would like circle through. And while the food part of the job was not glamorous, not all of college program people are in food service. For me, that was where I was placed. But I, number one, met the greatest people, and I'm still best friends with half of the people who I went with. 2 of them visited me this summer, and I mean, I was there 3 years ago, and for people to travel across the country to come see me, it's just a wonderful feeling. And it is just something that is so life-changing. And I say that because especially when you have a business and you learn the history of a business as wonderful as Disney, it is so easy to get your imagination juices flowing. Okay, so what I mean by that is that it's easy for you to dream big when you see that Walt Disney started his animation studio, right? And then it failed, and then he started and his stuff got stolen and blah blah blah. I could go on, right? It is so incredible to see that no matter what in business, if you sacrifice and you do the things you need to do, you can make it happen, you can make it work. And so, my glass falling off. That is the motto I live by. That is how I show up in my business, right? It isn't the get rich quick scheme. I never encourage that, ever. If you have a business, go for the long run, right? Work out the kinks and make sure it's working right? Regardless, with my time at Disney, I learned one thing that I will share today because I don't want to share all my little secrets. I don't even know if I'm allowed to. I'm sure I am. I don't know. Anyway, the one thing that isn't a Disney secret is customer service. Now, I won't go too in depth with this, but when you become a cast member, any cast member for the Disney company, you go through a training program called Traditions. And let me tell you, it is incredible. Now, some of it's boring. They like teach you how to pick up a box, right? But the customer service part of the training, it really shapes you. And some people, I remember some people were so annoyed by like the language you have to use, and it's not required, it's suggested, right? But some people would get so annoyed by it, and I remember thinking to myself, why is it so bad to say have a magical day, have a happy day, have a wonderful day, right? I never understood that, and so in my time, I loved saying that. Right? They say you have to point with 2 fingers. They suggest it. But regardless, that really has nothing to do with customer service. It's just recognizable. But their customer service policy is basically always make the client happy, make the guest happy. And in a business, especially a kind of key man, one-person business where like I am my business is Maria Wick, and I am my business, right? I need to make sure my customer service is good, right? No matter who I outsource things to, no matter who I hire underneath me, I need to make sure that my customer service is good. And I'm in a coaching program myself, and the coaching program that I'm in, I remember getting an email from the woman because I had signed up for a call, and then I realized that there was a time change. It was like Eastern and Pacific. I'm so bad with time zone, guys. It's not even funny. It was like Eastern and Pacific, and the time zone was actually when I was like doing something with my grandma, and I said, hey, I need to, reschedule this call. Is that okay? If not, I can make it work, blah, blah, blah. And they said, yeah, go ahead, reschedule the call. But so in the system, it came up that I had canceled the call. And the woman, like the head woman whose program it was, sent me an email and was like, hey Maria, I know you're really interested in the program. I saw you canceled the program, or you canceled your call. Is everything okay? I wanted to, check in, make sure everything's good. And, part of that is because she wanted to make sure she didn't lose a sale, right? But part of it was she really showed that she cared and that she had an interest in what I had to say. And so when I came back and I was like, yeah, no, I need to reschedule it. I just need the link. I was like at lunch with my grandma, and I didn't want to have to like take the call during lunch or something. And she was like, oh my God, I so understand. Like, don't worry about it. Here's a new link, blah, 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 right? It made me feel really good because I am the type of person that family comes first. And that is something that will always be the case. And so with that customer service experience, it really reminded me how important customer service is in business, right? I've been done working at Disney for like 2.5 years. I'm in my 3-year period right now that I was working at Disney because it was the fall. So I started August 8th was when I moved in, and I came home at the end, like December, January, whatever. And it was incredible. That's all I have to say. But yeah, so customer service is huge. And in any business, I don't care if you're selling things on Amazon, if your customer service isn't good, it shows, right? So if somebody leaves a comment on your program, on your work, whatever, and you don't reply with a good customer service, guess what? People are going to see that, right? If somebody has a bad review for you, how do you combat that? That was a weird noise. How do you combat that, right? Do you snap back at the person and be like, oh, well, you didn't do the work, you suck? Or do you come back and say, hey, I'm sorry you experienced that. Let me compensate you with a free pair of socks. I don't know, right? It doesn't matter. But how do you counteract that so that it doesn't negatively affect your business more than it needs to, right? Obviously, you don't want any bad press. Sometimes bad press is good. It gets people talking about you, but but you really don't want that. So you want to be careful what you're saying and where you're saying it. All right, but that's besides the point. Customer service is massive, and working with the Disney company really instilled that with me, and I'm so thankful that that was one of my biggest takeaways, because it is massive in my business, is the customer service. I talk to literally every single person who joins my network. I personally reach out to them and have a conversation with them for no other reason than I want them to remember my name, and I want them to feel comfortable with me, right? Customer service, before they're even a customer, right? If you've never been to Disney before and you call up and you say, hey, I'm thinking about planning a trip, right? The person on the other side of the phone is going to treat you literally like a king or a queen, right? Beyond fairy tale magic. They are going to treat you so special, and they're going to treat you so good. Part of that is the training, right? The traditions training, right? The customer service and stuff. But the other part of that is that they want to make sure from the moment Disney comes out of your mouth, you are having a positive experience. And it is the same in my business, and I urge you to make it the same in your business. Anyway. So I guess I can insert a couple pictures of me working at Disney here. And yeah. I don't have many good pictures of me in my uniform that are like candid. My friends never took candid pictures of me, and yeah, I'm mad. No, I'm not really mad, but anyway, so I only have a couple pictures of me actually working, but I have pictures of me in my uniform, and I'll insert a couple pictures, other things, because I can. So anyway, that's all for today, and yeah. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I have a fairly simple day. I had a sales call this morning. I had breakfast. I slept in. I started to get like migraine symptoms, so I took a pill, and I'm just keeping it low key. I'm going out to lunch with a friend, and then I'm cooking dinner, making matzo ball soup, in case you're wondering. And then I love soup. Any soup, so good. And then I'm going to an event at my yoga studio tonight, and then this weekend I'm going down to visit my boyfriend, so maybe you'll see us apple picking. Never know. Anyway, that is all. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day.